California, hindi pa rin nagkakasundo ang ating mga leaders. And actually, last week, we got to talk to California State Controller Chiang about this, and here's what he had to say. California State Controller, and we're very proud of you, Asian Achiever, Chiang. Hello, and welcome back to Kababayan, LA. Thank you for joining us.
Very happy to be here.
Let's talk about the budget. I'm sure your favorite topic now, entering the 28th day of the fiscal year without a specific budget. What is this going to do for our state?
Well, very, very disappointing. We need the governor and legislature to come together to work through the difficult challenges. Obviously, they're very, very difficult budget challenges, and come to agreement. Good people are being hurt. Today, we're not paying for summer school. We're not paying for school transportation. We're not paying the businesses that contract for the state with programs and services. We need to think about them and not think about political fighting.
And do you think that the governor and his people are also thinking about them? Because otherwise, if they claim they're also thinking about them, you're thinking about the same groups of people. Why is this happening? Why is this standoff still happening?
Well, as I pointed out, they're very, very difficult challenges. But if they had a good sense of the people they're serving, they would act very quickly. They would be at the table right now trying to go through issue by issue and come to agreement.
You have always been at odds with the governor, going at it for 3 years now. The most recent one, I think the issue that you're not seeing eye to eye on is cutting workers' pay to the minimum wage, and you don't want to do that. He thinks we need to do that in order to have money for our budget. What are your thoughts?
Well, I'm the state controller. I'm the person who's watching the pocketbooks for the state of California and taxpayer dollars, so I got to be a tough fiscal watchdog. The governor wants to pay workers minimum wage. That has huge implications. If we violate federal labor law, the California Constitution, and other laws, the taxpayers of California are going to be on the hook to the tune of billions of dollars. Why would we want to pay penalties when we should use that money for education, healthcare, infrastructure?
Republicans are saying that you're only doing this because you want to look like a hero to the union leaders, the union people.
Well, I do what's right for the people, and so I'm protecting your taxpayer dollar. I'm protecting the Republicans' taxpayer dollar. Let's do the right thing. They're making excuses for not doing their job, which is to come up with a budget.
And what do you think, if it were up to you, if you were to suggest, you mentioned earlier difficulties in coming up with the budget, and they're having difficulties, you acknowledge that. What is it should they do in order to simplify?
Everybody has to make a sacrifice. Obviously, all of California and the United States have experienced difficult financial times. I would encourage them to follow some of my recommendations.
Which are?
We have some of the most successful audit programs in California history in the Controller's Office. We've identified close to $2+ billion of waste and inefficiencies, fraud. Follow those recommendations, get those savings into the state coffers, go after the underground economy, people who aren't paying their tax dollars, bring in some more money. There is no easy solution. For a $17.9 billion deficit, you have to find $100 million here, $1 billion here, $250 million here. Everybody ought to get together, come up with all their solutions, and start working on the problem.
Well, you mentioned earlier, and we're all in agreement, all cities, everyone's having a hard time, everyone has to make sacrifices, I think, except for some people, officials in Bell City. We have heard about the news, and we've heard that just recently you said that you were going to audit them seriously. What do you think happened there?
Well, lapse of common sense and good judgment. People are sacrificing today, and the elected officials should know that in a hard middle class, working class city, that you can't spend $800,000 for a city manager. No matter how talented, that is an exorbitant fee, an exorbitant salary. So that's not justifiable. We just needed them to show good leadership and to understand what you can pay for. And if you're in public service, you get a public service salary.
Well, if they have the money, maybe the state can borrow from them.
Yeah, we want to make sure, that's why we're auditing. We want to make sure actually that the city's financial books are correct and that the city's not in trouble right now. That's what we're trying to do with our audit.
And if you find that they probably overpaid somebody or some city officials, what's going to happen?
Well, we have to check the law if they were improperly paid. There could be a legal contract, but if we find wrongdoing, we'll refer them to the Attorney General's office and the district attorney for further review and possible prosecution.
Okay, I can imagine that all these things have take its toll on your health, on your personal life, also very challenging career you have here.
Very rewarding. It's an honor to serve the 38 million people of California. It is significant responsibility, but we all have tasks that we're responsible for. And what's important is that we build leadership, we build trust in each other, build the great state that California is.
This battle alone between you and Governor Arnold Schwarzenegger, what are your thoughts on that? Is there a point you think that you're finally going to see eye to eye, or is this always going to be like this?
Well, I hope so. I've told the governor I want to help him with his legacy. I want him to do well. Because if he does well, we all do well. He is the governor. But what's important is that he bring that type of leadership that's required today in a very challenging economy, a very challenging time for California.
He has started attacking, using words, using the media to get through to you, and you have been answering as well. So it's just a back and forth thing in front of the media, and it's being publicized and broadcast. You don't think that it hurts the morale of the constituents that, you know, the two leaders are, you know, fighting?
Well, we live in a democracy. People have their opinions, but I'm trying to do what's best for California. When a governor signed a couple of years ago a budget over $100 billion, I said that budget was not going to work. And we came very short. So I was acting on the people's best interests. You can't overspend, and that's the problem they have in Sacramento.
And you saw it right away when he enacted that budget. Now you're saying that if there's no budget, we might hit the red come October.
Well,
How serious is that?
The state has been operating in the red since July 12, 2007.
Wow.
What's very important to understand is that's before the recession here in California. So the governor and legislature didn't get it right, and I called them on it.
Right.
I called them on it, and so it's important to get it right.
Yeah. What did they say? Did they give you credit for that, for calling them on it?
They don't give you credit, but they understand we have to work through the problems. I'm not trying to be right or wrong. I'm just trying to do what's right for California.
How is your personal relationship with the governor?
We're always very civil when we see each other. You know, sometimes staffs go at it, and we do have differences of opinion.
And earlier I mentioned, and also you admitted, you know, even though it's very rewarding, it's also a very challenging career. In your personal life, there's so many people right now also, you know, especially Filipinos juggling 2-3 jobs, and they find that their life is very stressful. How do you relax?
I swim, I run, I love to read. My wife and I like to go see movies.
But despite this, you still want to pursue this career. You're running for re-election?
I am. It's been a great honor. We still have much to do in the state of California. I hope to get California out of these economic doldrums and then build a state that is pioneering, that's incredibly innovative, and California is the golden state. Let's make sure it's golden for the next generation.
Exactly. Go ahead and talk to your supporters, tell them what your plans are, and just, you know, address them. A lot of them are Asians also counting on you because you are one of our representatives in the powers that be.
Well, that's one of the great things. I would encourage everybody to do what they love to do, whether it's being a teacher or a doctor, an engineer, or an elected official. Just do your very best, and that's how you build a great state.
All right. Thank you so much, and more power to you.
Thank you.
Ang Kababayan LA ay hatid sa inyo ng McDonald's at ng bagong McCafe Espresso Drinks. McDonald's na ba ang inyong bagong coffee house? Ang mga bagong McCafe Espresso Drinks ay mabilis, masarap at mas mura pa kahit saan, kahit kailan.
There's only one place in the world that can provide you with free healthcare, free education, and exceptional job opportunities.